Zach's Rank Buys, stocks with a short-term buy or strong buy recommendation. Now, here are more Zach's Rank Buys. Let's look at a couple of value stock picks now with Tracey Ryniec, our value stock strategist here at Zacks.com. You got a couple of interesting picks this week.
Yeah.
Harman International Industries, HAR, the ticker symbol. You classify them as an infotainment company?
Kind of. Yeah, because they make the sound systems for like cinemas and for, at-home entertainment systems, but their main thing that they've always done is to make car radios, which I never knew. I never heard of this company before, but they've been around for forever because they actually made the first car radio ever in 1949, and they're still making them today. And these are like the really deluxe sound system that go in kind of the nicer brand of automobiles, like the Ferraris, the BMWs, the Audis.
People see you using radios in the car?
They do. Well, at least sound systems of some sort.
Okay.
So, this is bigger business now recently because the BRIC countries are getting wealthier and they're buying more of these luxury automobiles. So this company is doing really well right now. They just saw sales rise 26% in this last quarter, but in the BRICS, it was up 91%, which is just huge.
Yeah.
They're seeing just big backlog. They have a record backlog right now of over 14 billion. It's just, they're just seeing this explosion of business. They just opened up they're starting to construct their fourth manufacturing facility in China where they've been for over 20 years. Mm-hmm. So they see the writing on the wall with, more people driving cars in other countries now. So they're planning on that for the future, and you can really see with the earnings estimates starting to jump here. They gave new guidance for 2012. They're on the fiscal 2012 already, and they gave it for fiscal 2013, both of which were higher than the analyst consensus already is. Yep. So you can see the estimates rising here. They're supposed to see earnings growth of like 35% in fiscal 2012 and another 35% in 2013. So both of those great earnings growth for this kind of company.
That's big.
Yeah. And then the chart, you can see it was, had the big summer sell-off like everything else we've seen. It had the October rally like a lot of things we've seen, and now it's started to pull back a bit again. So it's unclear if we're going to see, a second sell-off here, but it makes the stock a little bit more attractive. It's trading around 13 or 14 times, so not super expensive, and it's got that great earnings growth, which you rarely kind of see with the value stocks, so it's a good story.
Okay, and then there's Barrick Gold, ABX, the ticker symbol. Now, this is one that you've talked about before,
yes.
So you're back to the gold again.
Going back to that. Gold is kind of out of favor right now. We hit those record highs earlier this year. It's fallen back. Nobody cares anymore. That story's over, right?
Right.
Except if you're a gold miner, it's not. And these guys are still doing really well, even with gold at this level that has pulled back. I mean, it's still near, all-time highs. Their margins increased just this last quarter by 55% because they're able to get it out of the ground so cheaply. They still have this huge, cushion there. They also are a big copper manufacturer, and copper, yes, those prices have also come down about 20% this year, but again, their margins are big, so they're still able to have real good cash flow off their copper production. Just this last quarter, the company said that they're on track for all their production goals, so that's kind of a key thing with these big miners to make sure they're getting it out of the ground. Estimates have been kind of back and forth. The analysts are a little bit unsure what to think of going forward, just because of the price of gold is varying here. But they still see earnings growth for next year of over 20%, which is pretty good for a company of this size because they're like one of the big mega miners. And then you can see on the chart, I think investors don't know what to make. Like I said, they're out of favor. The stock has been moving in this narrow trading range for a while now, and it makes it interesting because the shares are really cheap. They're only trading about 10 times. They just raised the dividend because they have all this cash on hand now, so they're yielding about a little over 1%, which is in line with their industry. You can expect that they're going to pay out to shareholders as we go forward, as long as the prices of copper and gold stay elevated. But, it's not a bad position for this kind of company to be in. And if you're looking for, a commodities play, a lot of these gold mining stocks are kind of interesting here.
All right. Do you own either of these?
I do not.
All right. If you want to check out other stock pick ideas that you may be interested in, then go to Zacks.com's homepage if you're not there already watching this video, because there is where we put 4 new stock pick ideas up for you each trading day, one in each of the investing categories that we write about on Zacks.com, Tracey's included. With Tracey Ryniec, I'm Terry Ruffalo.